This is a cell. It is what drives all basic life functions. As the cell lives longer, it does not grow in size. This would result in the cell not being able to transport the necessary materials across the cell membrane. Instead, it divides into two separate, equal in size cells through the process called the cell cycle. The cell cycle starts with interphase, which is split up into three different phases: G1, S, and G2 phase. In the G1 phase, cells' chromosomes grow in size. In the S phase, the cell's chromosomes duplicate. And in the final stage of interphase, the G2 phase, the cells get checked for proteins. The next stage of the cell cycle is mitosis. This is separated into phases as well. The first stage of mitosis, the prophase, is where chromosomes in the cells condense. Also, the mitotic spindle begins to form in this stage, which is used to hold chromosomes. The cell's nuclear membrane also breaks down in prophase. The next major phase in mitosis is the metaphase. The first step of the metaphase is when the chromosomes get pushed to the center of the mitotic spindle formation. The cell then gets checked to make sure the chromosomes are in the correct position to continue the cell cycle as demonstrated in this picture. The first step of the next phase, anaphase, is that the sister chromosomes are split, forming two identical daughter chromosomes. The cell then starts to get pushed apart. This pushing apart motion continues even further into the next and final phase of mitosis, the telophase. This pushing elongates the cell. A new nuclear membrane is formed in the telophase. If it got broken down too much during the elongating of the cell, both of the sets of chromosomes begin to relax and prepare for the next step of the cell cycle, cytokinesis. This is when the chromosomes relax. In cytokinesis, the cell begins to separate into two separate cells. The final result of mitosis is the creation of two identical daughter cells. Both cells end up with a copy of the parent's DNA. Cells regulate the cell cycle through the use of cyclins. There are four types of cyclins for each of the cell cycle's phases: G1, G1S, S, and N. All four of these cyclins regulate the progression in each of their phases. When cyclins don't work properly and the cells don't regulate the cell division, a tumor, otherwise known as cancer, will form in the body. Since the division isn't regulated, the cells will divide excessively, ultimately forming a tumor. This is a demonstration of the cells dividing excessively, which will form a tumor in the body. Thank you for watching.